I need you to tell me if this prank went too far. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Story Saturday, and like I told you yesterday in Free For All Friday, I have a special story related to today being April Fool's Day. So before I get started, let me just clear a few things up. Number one, I have the utmost respect for any man or woman who enlists or is drafted into the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, SEALs. It doesn't matter what service, what branch you are in, I have respect for you and I thank you for your service. Number two is I know exactly what a prank is. They're supposed to make people laugh, they're supposed to be enjoyable, they're supposed to be fun, but this just wasn't that. So let's get started. I was 19 years old. It was the April Fool's Day after I graduated from high school, and one of my buddies had gone out and enlisted in the Marine Corps. So this kid finished all of his basic training and he was scheduled to go do training somewhere else. Anyways, he was one of my best friends growing up, and I have known this kid, for the majority of my life, and what I'm about to tell you, I never would have expected coming from him. Keep in mind, he did not have a very large family. I knew his mother, I knew his grandmother, his father, I knew everybody in his family, and I was always over his house. I was always talking with his parents, his grandmother, this and that. And anyways, to cut to the chase, this day, when I was 19, so 8 years ago when I was 19 years old, I got a phone call, and I picked it up. It was on my cell phone. It was a blocked number. I answered it, and the person on the other line informed me that my friend had been injured in a combat training exercise. There was a bullet lodged a quarter of an inch away from his spinal cord next to his skull, and that he would surely be dead within 12 hours. Hearing all of that on the phone, I was in shock. I was in complete shock. My mind just started racing to all these different areas. I felt so bad that my friend was hurt. I wanted to go down there and visit him. This was devastating. And the guy on the phone begins to tell me how there's this check that's going to be coming to me for roughly $1 million to pay for the cost of the funeral and burial expenses, and he needed me to get a hold of his next in line, which was his grandmother. And apparently what this guy had told me on the phone was they couldn't get a hold of his grandparents, and I was the next person on the emergency contact. I didn't know what to say, so I ended the phone call and went up and started looking for his grandmother's number. I didn't have his grandmother's number on my phone. I knew her name. I knew where she lived. So I started using the yellow pages to try to find it. And I ended up calling, it was either 2 or 3 different people. And I just remember I called these people up. None of these people that I called up knew what I was talking about. They weren't related to my friend. So finally, when I get her number, when I get my friend's grandmother's number, and she picks up the phone, I get another phone call from that same block number. So I kind of just hung up. I hung up on his grandmother to hear what else this person had to say. Maybe something else happened. Maybe they forgot to tell me something. I don't know what. It turns out the next phone call was my friend, and he was fine. It was an April Fool's Day prank that they were pulling in their platoon. I'm all for a good joke. I am all there for a good laugh, but this is just not something that I found funny. And honestly, that was it for our friendship. After that happened, I only saw the kid maybe 2 more times, and this is in the period of 8 years. So in 8 years, I've only seen my best friend 2 times, well, my previous best friend, because he pulled this crap. So I want to know from you guys, let me know in the comment section, do you think I overreacted by not wanting to be this guy's friend after they did that, or do you think that prank that they pulled there was uncalled for? I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's just my April Fool's story that I need to tell you guys. And no, that is no joke, unfortunately. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll see you on Monday for My Tech Monday. Peace.